The consumer now is much more open to seeing where their meat came from and what is really in that package than ever before. Most packers in the past just put meat in a box and we were there selling it. And I think the industry is starting to change where people want to know where their meat's coming from, and they want us to be a part of that whole food sustainability supply chain. And we at JBS Canada are doing that.
JBS Canada, we're one of the largest beef processors in the country. We employ over 2,600 team members in southern Alberta. Each morning when our team members come to work, they know that they're valued. They understand the impact they have, not only to JBS, but to the globe. They are producing the best Canadian beef to the world.
When we started down this path of adding value to our customers and adding value to the consumer as well, I think we had to look at our people internally first, right? You have to have that skill set to do that. So the first thing we had to do was you had to bring in a senior leadership team that was passionate about that as I am.
The JBS values are the very foundation this company was founded on. They're not just words that you see on the wall. They're everything that we live and breathe on each and every day. For example, the value of humility, I believe, stands out to me because it describes the attitude of the people at JBS.
You know, the best way to find out really what JBS is all about is ask its people, because you're going to find out pretty quick about what we stand for and what we're good at and how passionate we are about those responsibilities. Beef that we produce will be fed to a child, to a family, to a mother, to somebody vacationing. We have a responsibility to make sure that they enjoy it, but also they're safe in doing so. You know, beef can come from anywhere around the world at the end of the day. And we are so blessed in Canada that people covet and trust and value Canadian beef. And we never want to take that for granted, ever.
People is the most important thing we have, right? And we invest a lot in the folks because we believe in them.
In JBS, there's a saying, we're not in the beef business, we're in the people business. Our people are the very foundation where our success comes from. Our employees come from all across Canada and 100 different nations across the globe. We know we operate in a very competitive global labor market. Therefore, we know it's important to attract the best people to our company. And once they get here, we have to provide them with the resources, the training, and the development to help them further their career within JBS. JBS is a global company, but our operations are very local. In the city of Brooks, there's a population of 14,000 people, and close to 3,000 people are part of the JBS team. Therefore, we feel that we have a responsibility to be good corporate citizens, and we have a role to play in improving the quality of life, not just for JBS team members, but also the greater community. Because we take care of our people at JBS Canada, they stay, and because they stay, you see the same faces each and every day, and it creates a sense of family. You go from home to home. You're meeting your colleagues and you're catching up on things that is going on in their life. That's what makes JBS special.
We want to do things right to the best of our ability. So when it comes to our land, our water, our animal welfare, our procurement, our energy, our recycling, this is about our brand integrity as an organization, as JBS, but also as a Canadian industry. This is the very DNA of what we believe we are best at, and that is providing wholesome, safe, quality food in a sustainable manner.
JBS Canada has a unique sustainable process. One of the examples is the water usage, right? We recycle 100% of our water.
Our wastewater that comes out of our plant goes onto the farms. We grow the crops. Those crops are harvested, taken across the street to a feedlot. Those cattle are fed off there and again brought into our plant to harvest. So truly the sustainability program in JBS Canada is unique to JBS Canada. Sustainability is a core commitment. We're constantly looking at making it better, but that's just one part of our business, to be honest with you. We have a lot of different areas that we look to make better every day. We have the best KPI system that I've ever seen as far as measuring. And get in front of people and say, here's what your KPI is, your key performance indicator. This is what you have to do. We've really prided on ourselves to get everybody focused on what they're doing. They get up in the morning, they know what they're doing.
The most important indicators for us definitely will be human safety and food safety, right? Talking about food safety indicators, JBS Canada for the last 2 years has been 3 times better than the industry average. That's come out of a lot of effort, a lot of investment from the company towards to the plan financially and towards to our people, and not just training and education, but also empowering our employees and educating them to do the right decisions to the point then they're allowed to stop the chain whenever they think is the right thing to do. If that's the right thing to do, they have all the power.
When we have people come back to work every day, we become very consistent in what we do because we're training people. There's a big learning curve to that. And if they come back the next day, they're going to do a lot better job than they did the first day. And then we can go to our customers and say, hey, you know what, this tenderloin that we're making for you is going to be the same every day. There's not a lot of people that can do that.
The reason there is a high demand for a product like ours, Canada offers the perfect environment to raise cattle. The quality of the air, the quality of the water, the way the farmers treat the cattle, it's very unique. They have a special care for these animals. When you do that with love, this all translates to a better finished product.
What is Canadian Diamond? Well, it's a special product with uniqueness. It's about the local rancher. It's about sustainability. It's about our promise around food integrity and safety and quality and best practice. That's where we start as an organization. When then a customer comes to us, basis a consumer need and says, I have a different appetite now. I want something that's a little bit more premium. Well, Northern Gold becomes the choice in the offering. Why Northern Gold? Again, tie back to the rancher, world-class standards. But those are base blocks for us in all of our brands and all of our programs. It now becomes about the uniqueness. It's the marbling. It's the various breeds that fall into that program that provide that consistent quality and that eating experience. It's tender, it's flavorful, but it's also got that home Canadian feel. It's single sourced and it represents Canada and all that goes with Canada in producing this product. But then there's other consumers out there, they're looking at beef in a different way. And they're looking at it emotionally based on their ethics and their values. And our Aspen Ridge program satisfies that appetite.
Being a single plant, we are flexible enough to change things around and make sure that we deliver exactly what the customer is asking.
Our customers, both on retail and food service, they're challenging us a lot with where do we go next? How do we get there? We've created a portfolio of brands and programs and services for our customers because there are different consumers out there. We need to give the consumer choices. And so it's a really amazing spot that we're in, this foodie culture, this interest in food, and beef has to make sure we're a part of that excitement and that conversation.
There is no end game. It's going to keep changing, it's going to keep morphing. I think for us, we have to stay in front of it, right? Make sure that we're staying up on trends, making sure we're knowing what the consumer's doing, what our customer needs. I think we'll keep changing, we'll keep growing, we'll keep getting better and better. That's what's great about this industry.